Hey guys, ThinkMaster51 here, or 1911 Man, here to do the video review of the WE, or the HK3PX4. Although this is not actually made by WE, I think sites are just saying that because it's easier, everybody knows who that is. But, obviously, that is not who it's made by. It is made by HK. I think it's actually a Taiwanese company, hopefully. So, yeah. You guys are probably thinking, whoa, wait a second, he actually has the box this time? Yes, I have the box. It's not parts. It's actual legitimate, not that the other ones weren't legitimate, but this is an actual new gun. It's not, hasn't been traded for or long been had. So this pistol is obviously modeled after the Beretta PX4. So when you get your gun, or spare magazines, which I got 2 of, put these over to the side. We got our mags. Obviously, these are what they come in nifty little cases. Something to say really quickly about the mags is, which I think it's quite interesting. These actually have rubberized base plates, and they're not just straight up plastic like other manufacturers do, which I really like. So when you get your box, it's actually going to be a really flashy picture. A lot of flashy print on here. Under here, back over here, you got both your different styles of PX4. Although the box has the silver one, I did not get that because I didn't really like it. And that's just me. It comes with 2 extra back straps. And let us open this right here. When you open up your box, this is what you'll get. You will get your parts breakdown. Very nice parts explosion. And your warning label with an Afro kid shooting himself in the face, throwing his gun on the ground, shooting himself in the face, and shooting a building, and jumping up and shooting. Oh, and him shooting some other kid, jumping up and down. And apparently, you're not supposed to give it to a baby. So you know, that's good. Here's your instruction manual. How it shows you how to do your back straps. Your safety, how to fill your gas, magazine loading, LODING, name of parts, safety operation, change back straps. So you know. Don't aim at people if it is unloaded. Alright, so apparently I'm supposed to load it, or point it at them when it is loaded. So, alright, cool. I can do that. Don't touch the trigger until moment of shooting. Sounds good, sounds good. So, yeah, it's, I mean, I'd recommend just reading this because it's sort of funny. And then here's your gun with your 2 adjustable back straps and 1 magazine. A very nice looking magazine. It says PX4 Cal 9 Para, which is pretty much just a different load for 9mm. And then you have your nice PX4, very nice. And then your back straps. But I have my preferred back strap on here. Just while I have this out, I'm just going to show you that I actually have put a threaded outer barrel on here. I think the only representation of WE I see on here is that these accept the high kappa or single stack WE threading, so you can throw instead of having to buy RA-Tex threaded outer barrel. You don't actually have to do that. You can just buy a WE one. Now what you see before you right now is a new method of review that I plan on doing. And if you haven't noticed, we're at a different angle. So we're downstairs in my basement, in my workshop. Got some nice lighting. And here's what I plan on covering in this video. Fit and finish, special features, POU, philosophy of use, feel, accuracy, real steel history, which I'm going to try to include in the beginning of this video, and the pros and the cons of the pistol. So, excuse me, so fit and finish, right off the bat. Fit and finish of this pistol is very, very nice. Hey guys, just before we start this video, I just thought I'd show you this pistol's actually been safety checked. It's not a real pistol. But I always treat it as if it were a real firearm. So obviously, pistol's clean, clear, no BBs in it, and no gas in the magazine. So nothing there. So for just safe and ready to be reviewed. The fit and finish is very surprising for a clone pistol of any kind, no matter who's cloning it. It's very, very nice. It's very good quality. Now, I do have one complaint on it, but that's, I suppose, for later. I'll get back to that later. But it feels really nice. It's a very comfortable pistol. Now, obviously, that varies from shooter to shooter because of the interchangeable back straps. Mine, I prefer the smallest back strap. It's very, extremely comfortable. It really does mold to your hand. It's very nice. I love the trigger. It's a very good feel. It's for a double stack. It really is comfortable. Excuse me. For a double stack pistol, I say that because I'm used to my 1911s, where they're really nice and skinny. So really easy to wrap around. So your grip is really nice and straight. So that's really what I'm used to. So now we're going to get on to special features. Special features of this gun. Well, right off the bat, you guys might have heard, the Beretta PX4 has become well known for its rotating barrel. See that? It rotates. On the real pistol, that is for the lessening, or it absorbs felt recoil of the pistol, because it goes to the rotary action of the barrel, so you don't feel as much recoil as you would, say, with a comparable 9mm pistol. Excuse me. Which I think is a really cool design. Just move the camera. There we go. Which is a really nice design. Another cool feature of this, let me back this out. Another really cool feature is that it has a actual decock, which makes it for a great carry option, which means you can rack the side to load a BB, and then flip down your safety, and it will decock the gun, and you can put it in your holster, take it out, and it's a double action trigger, so you just pull the trigger and fire. Double action means when you pull the trigger, 2 actions are done, cocking the trigger, and then firing, which is yet again great for safe carry, so you can draw and not have to worry about having a discharge in your holster by accident, because it's such the long draw of a double action. Excuse me. Some other special features of this pistol, like I said, was the interchangeable back straps, make it so it's a different size for you. How you change your back straps is you actually have a button right here, and you push this down, and then you pull your back strap out and off like that, and then you can go ahead and replace it with another one. There you go. Okay, excuse me. Some other special features of this pistol, also relating to the real steel, is it has a changeable, interchangeable, not really. It's just a reversible magazine release. You can take it out and then put it on the left side for you left-handed shooters. Obviously, there's no slide lock over here, so you're kind of screwed with that. But I mean, they do give you a really nice, big, gobby slide lock, which is really, really nice. Going back to fit and finish, what I really love about this pistol is it's very swoopy. It's very like artsy. I love that about Beretta. Pretty much all their pistols or all their shotguns are like that in the real world. It's something I've always really liked about them. Their pistols really do scream art, which, you know, can speak good things to other people and bad things to others. Some may just like the simplicity of, say, a Glock, which, you know, it's simple, but, you know, it's not all that artsiness that you get with like a Beretta. So but I'm pretty partial to the Beretta just because it's really artsy. It kind of looks like maybe a hitman would use it. And if you didn't notice by the beginning of this video, Leonardo DiCaprio used it in Inception, which I thought was really cool. Some other things I really liked about this pistol, everything is centralized, so it's all around your thumb. So everything is just around your thumb, so for operation. So your slide lock is right next to your thumb, your decock is right next to your thumb, your slide release all right next to your thumb. Some of the pistols, the slide lock isn't that big like the Glock. It's a little minimalist. It's not really easy to get to. If in the heat of battle, you're hitting there trying to flip it for the slide lock, and I mean, it's not very pronounced. I mean, it's pretty flat, so I mean, it's not always that easy to hit, and it's pretty hard sometimes, so trying to find that. But this, it's just so pronounced. I mean, if you can't hit that, there's something wrong with you. Just like hit it down. So I really love that. Like I said, the decock feature is really nice. I really like the skeletonized hammer. That's really nice. And the sights are very, very, very nice. I love them. They're very, very pronounced. They're very big, white, blobby dots. I love that a lot. Some other great things about this pistol is it has some really nice serrations on here. And it has this flat upper, on top of this flat ramp on the top of the slide. So, flat black, or matte black, so to decrease glare, so when you're aiming down, there's no glare off the slide. It's really, like I said, swoopy. I really like it. Some special features, I guess we could say special features, different takedown options. It's a lot like a Glock in that you just pull down these two tabs right over here, and you just pull down and your slide comes off. And then how you take off your slide, or how you take out apart your slide, is what you do is you push forward your guide rod, and I'm not quite sure what this is. I think this is the lug in which your barrel rotates. Take that out, and then you can just take that out of the hole, I suppose. Just put that over the side. And then for this, since I have this adapter on here, I mean, it's a little fat, so it doesn't exactly fit all that well. So what I do is I just push the whole barrel assembly. I should probably rotate it up. Push the whole barrel assembly forward, and bring out, and then angle up a little bit. Outer barrel, which needs to be cleaned a little bit. It's kind of dirty. And then if you didn't have this in here, or on the front, you could just take out your barrel and then clean it. Mine is, you know, I sort of, I Loctite to my barrel, I suppose. I did that because I really want to put a suppressor on here, and I thought Loctite would be a good idea for that. Alright, so back that sucker out of there. Okay, so excuse me. Back to fit and finish, I suppose. Fit on this pistol, like, the only thing that rattles is that outer barrel, and I mean, that happens on a lot of guns, but the slide, there's like barely any wobble at all. It's very nice and tight. I really like that a lot. It's very positive, and the blowback is really nice, and if you didn't hear that, the very nice and strong recoil spring, so, that's really cool. So, I mean, I really like that. So, now we go to philosophy of use. Being that it's a pistol, obviously, you can use this as a sidearm. It's not quite small enough, like a Bug, for a backup gun, like a subcompact here. Not quite that small, unfortunately, but, I mean, you know, being a pistol, if I had maybe a Marushan 8mm pistol here, I mean, I could probably do calibers, but, I mean, everything pretty much shoots the same. I mean, really it comes down to the shooter, what you find more comfortable. Glocks or Berettas, I suppose. But saying that, I do have to say this feels nothing like any Beretta I've ever had. The Beretta 92 I uploaded a video on, my first video I believe, is a lot more chunky than this thing. This thing is really comfortable. I was really taking a chance when I bought this pistol, so I'm very, very pleasantly surprised in the quality and the feel of it. So I mean, we've touched on feel, we've touched on POU, we talked about special features, and we talked about fit and finish. Now to accuracy. I was pleasantly surprised on the accuracy on this pistol. Now, I was originally only going to do about 5 shots on this thing, but you know, I kind of screwed that up and ended up doing like 6. So on this target, you can see I shot here, 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 and here. So it's not that bad. It's a little high, but I mean, this was with a supported shot, so I was down like this on a supported. So that was 6 shots at 20 feet with 0.2 gram BBs. And then here's shots standing, a little bit more scattered. Sorry, a little bit more scattered. Got here, 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 and here. Two there actually. So, I mean that's standing at 20 feet. I mean, you're gonna hit your target. This was 20 feet away and this small. So I mean, you know, I was hitting targets. So that's not too bad. I mean, obviously, it still needs to break in. I literally got this today, so, you know, as soon as I got home, I whipped it out, and I think I just uploaded the unboxing of this, actually. So we just touched on accuracy. The Real Steel history, like I think I said earlier, I'm having some troubles with this since I switched into a new editing system, so I'm having a few problems editing like a voiceover in, so I'm sorry, we're probably not going to have a few Real Steel histories here. I mean, unless, which is unfortunate, but, you know. So some actually Real Steel history on the Beretta PX4. The Beretta PX4 is actually is a semi-automatic pistol manufactured by Beretta of Italy and intended for personal defense and law enforcement use. It has the same short recoil, rotating barrel lock, this thing right there, as the P8000. That was a different design. It actually looks quite similar to that. I think I'll cue my picture. Still up there. It also just uses pretty much generally the same operating system as the M9/92 or 96 series, pretty much all the same series. Well, but it's completely different from either of those designs. Although it is kind of reminiscent of their, like I said, their 8000 series. But this is actually it's just in the Real Steel, like I said, it's a polymer frame with just some steel inserts. And it's a modular trigger group. And you might have noticed it's a fully enclosed slide, which is different from what Beretta usually does. It's got those back straps, and it's a really big departure from their previous designs. So that's some Real Steel Real Steel facts for you on your Beretta. And it also comes in 9mm 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP or 45 Auto. So I mean that's a little different. I think that's pretty smart or pretty cool that they included that with all their Beretta is just great company. Now I'm gonna get to some pros. Some pros are like going back to fit and finish. It's a very good fitting gun. All the parts seem to be pretty good except for this barrel. I gotta figure something out about that. The finish on it is very nice, except I'm also going to go cons here. It has some wear on it already, unfortunately, which I find kind of disappointing that it already has wear on it in this first day I've owned it. Oh, and just to show you guys, your hop-up, I've seen some other reviews, they say your hop-up, you have to take apart your gun. That's not completely true, as you can just, your hop-up wheel is actually, sorry, your hop-up wheel is actually just right in here. It's just a little wheel right in there. You don't have to take down the pistol, but it is really stiff when you first get it, so I recommend moving it. That accuracy test was actually straight out of the box, no accuracy differences, so when I do my accuracy tests, I'm not going to be adjusting the hop up anymore. It'll just be straight out of the box accuracy. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then something really cool about this pistol I really like is that it kind of includes the how the decocker designed that the 92 series and the PX4 series has. Excuse me. You can see that that's a mock firing hammer. You can see it rotates when you push down the decocker. So, in real life, that would be the firing pin moving up so that you could safely lower the hammer. So I found that really cool. Oof. It's hot. So pros, like I said earlier, big, gobby, slide lock, a nice. Everything's really centralized around your thumb, and I like external hammers. Although I like my Glocks, I mean I like to be able to pull back the hammer. It's something I like. The decocker, it's great being able to put a threaded outer barrel on there. And the nice realism features on that rotating barrel, which I really like. The double action trigger, I really like double action. Some cons I'm gonna have to say is some of the paint actually is already wearing off, unlike the slide lock, the hammer, and the decocker on the left side, oddly enough, and on the right side as well. But I mean, the slide isn't having wear, which is weird. But all the controls seem to be coated in a different kind of paint. The trigger isn't, so, you know, that's interesting. Actually, some pros actually would be the whole slide's metal. Got your all metal parts except for your frame, which is really nice. Since shooting it, it's actually really good on gas. I barely have any gas left in. I mean, it's pretty decently efficient with it. Some other good things, the serration, that's really nice. And the takedown, that's a really nice feature, what they did with that. That was really nice. Some cons would be that it doesn't actually have real Beretta PX4 trademarks and Beretta trademarks. Obviously, they did that so they wouldn't get sued, but if you really look closely, these are actually swords down here, and they're not arrows. And you see PX4 Custom, and nowhere on here does it say Beretta. Usually it says PX4 Storm, not Custom. But, I mean, it's small. It's something, you know, small and minor, but, you know, it still happens. It's still something I really like. Some cons are that safety doesn't seem to want to stay in place very positively. I mean, you could, like, springs back up if you just barely hit it. So, I mean, you know, whatever. And some other things is, I didn't get a red dot on this side for some reason, but I got it on this, so, you know, whatever. Just go back and there. So, really, there aren't that many cons to speak of on here. Oh, another pro, you can get, there's a Picatinny rail on it. That's really good. I like that a lot. So, you know, overall, the Beretta PX4, or the PX4 Custom, I suppose, is a very good option for anybody. I mean, it's a really good quality pistol. I would choose this over Marui just because it has a metal slide, and it's cheaper. But, you know, with Marui, you're really paying for the name. But I mean, Marui's really good. I'm not bashing them. Oh, some other cons is with the back strap on the real gun, it's just a wire strut that goes through there. It's just like two-pronged wire, as opposed to a button. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I mean, still kind of big to me. It's not as realistic, but you know, it's not that big. Picatinny rail. I mean, guide rod. Full-length guide rod. It's a really good package. I really like this pistol. So. My recommendation, buy this. It's a really good pistol. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.